Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay today, and if you're not feeling well, I hope you feel better very soon. I've got my gorgeous Georgianna with me today. She's got a bunny upside down. Why have you got your bunny upside down, baby? I don't know. What's she like? And I'm going to change her into this lovely baby Bowden sleeper. And it's like the one I put on yesterday, except this one has got pink edging and it's got pink smocking across the front, and it's got 3 little corgi dogs, because our queen was very well known for loving corgis, and she had 30 corgis actually in her lifetime, and she had several dorgies. Now dorgies were dash hounds crossed with corgis. So she had several of those as well, and she actually used to breed her own corgis. When she was feeling down, she let them have some puppies. So yeah, a little bit of trivia for you. And then now I'm going to do Monday Musings. I'm going to take this things off this little girl. I asked for ideas for Monday Musings, and my dear friend Cynthia Pulis said she wanted me to talk about my opinion about the difference between bringing up children in the 70s and 80s and now, and which showed the best results in education and respect for elders. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Hopefully you can see this little girl okay. I've got natural light coming through, so hopefully you all will be able to. So thank you for that, Cynthia. That's a very, very good idea for Monday Musings. And it's something that actually... Can I have Bunny, darling? There we go. Let's have Bunny. It's something that I've actually thought about quite a lot. Let's take this pretty bonnet off, darling. There we go. Because when I had my children, obviously in the 70s and 80s, I had my boys. Things were very different to how they are now. Very, very different. There was no internet, no computers. Life was a lot simpler in those days. Bringing up 2 boys, mostly on my own, I used to, be the sole disciplinarian for them. There we go, darling. Let's take this off. I don't know if you're seeing her okay. I hope you are. Are you? Let's turn the light on. That's a bit better, isn't it? I was the sole disciplinarian for them both. And I must admit, I didn't ever see anything wrong with, if they misbehaved, sending them to their room or smacking their legs. And I did used to smack my boys' legs, I admit it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Obviously, you can take things too far, but I never did. But yeah, and in schools they used to discipline them as well, to keep the children in line. And I think the children had better respect for their teachers and adults if they were disciplined. I don't mean, beaten or anything, but, just so the threat was there. It's like if you murder someone, you're going to get hung or electrocuted. It's kind of a deterrent. And I think that's one of the problems today, that there isn't any kind of deterrent for children. I know a lot of you will probably disagree with me, and that's fine. This is just my opinion. But like I was saying, life was a lot simpler then. Your children used to go out playing, and they used to use their own imaginations to create things. And I used to read to them and play with them, and yeah, and I was home all the time with them. That's another difference. I'll get on to that in a minute, but I was home all the time with them until they were both at school, and then I had a little part-time job to help with things, but only when, during school hours. So I was always there for them, always. And let's get some mittens for this little one. Just pop some mittens on her because I don't want to hurt her hands. So, Mum was around because those days it was kind of, the setup always was, you get married, you have children, Dad goes to work, Mum stays at home, looks after the children. And things were a lot simpler. Whereas nowadays, parents can't afford to do that. A lot of parents both have to work full-time to make ends meet, and so the children are kind of rudderless. They've got no one to look up to all the time, and I think that's a terrible shame that it's been, women have been kind of forced into that situation. I know a lot of women are career women and prefer it that way, and that's fine, but I just think it's changed kind of the structure of the family. There we go, sweetheart. And there's nobody constantly there for the children, not unless you're rich and you can afford a nanny. So, and of course you're not allowed to smack your children nowadays, so there's no kind of deterrent there for them. There we go, sweetheart, that looks really cute on you. And then of course you've got all the problems nowadays of the internet, cyberbullying, children wanting mobile phones, peer pressure. Oh my goodness, there's so much of it that I just don't know how parents see their way through it, to be honest. It was much simpler for me when I had my children, and I certainly don't envy people nowadays trying to keep their children happy. It's so much harder. Mwah. There we go, sweetheart. Classes are bigger too because there are more children, so I think they don't get as good an education now as they used to. A lot of it's done online, I know, and it's up to them to do it, so that does teach them some responsibility. But I do think that respecting your elders has totally gone out the window. Children don't seem to respect their parents, let alone anybody else. So, I mean, that's not the case with everybody. Obviously, some people bring their children up differently, but I'm just talking broadly, if you understand me. And I think it's a shame that children don't respect their elders anymore. I had a great deal of respect for my grandparents and my parents. So, yeah, I think things were so much easier when I was younger and I was bringing up my children to how they are now. And it is affected, all of it is affected by the fact that people are forced to work, both of them, to make ends meet, that the internet is constantly there, and mobile phones, cyberbullying, all this information and being able to put themselves out there. I mean, it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying, and I'm just so sorry for them, so sorry for parents. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Cynthia. Thank you so much for that, and I hope that you will all comment and let me know what you think. As I say, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. If you do agree with me, that's fine as well. You know, I'm not judging anybody or anything. I'm just saying how I feel the situation is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing little Georgianna get into her special corgi sleeper in honour of our Queen. And yeah, we'll continue to do the British thing tomorrow. Say mwah. Big kisses to all my sisters out there. Mwah. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.